We are here with Larry Merchant, formerly of HBO Sports, but still on the scene on the boxing beat. Larry, speaking of which, life post HBO, you're still covering boxing. You're still very active. What's that been like for you?
It's been fun. I mean, I wasn't 100% sure what would happen after I left HBO. I had a few little feelers over the years for one thing or another. But I thought that it was possible that I would do a few international feeds. And for those who don't know how this works, the shows you see in America are seen in America, and that the big promoters have separate arms, their own production crews and announcing teams that broadcast to the rest of the world. And that's what I'm doing. And I find it's what I like to do. It gets me out of the house and keeps me off of the street a few times a year. So, hey, I'm having fun.
Keeps you off the streets and gets you back into Macau every couple of months. Like, what I found amazing, I know that you've talked about this before with me in the past, but you still like working the beat and actually covering the personalities within the sport. That's still fascinating.
I like the narratives. To me, the fight is a part where the narrative, the story, comes all together of who these guys are, what's at stake for them, how they deal with success and failure, and so on. And I mean, for example, the kid Novikov who fought the other night.
Jesse Vargas.
Fought Jesse Vargas. It was a fast-paced, hard-fought fight between two guys with some skills. He's got two parents who are coal miners. Now, how tough is a guy who's got two parents who are coal miners, right? And where he comes from. And I'm curious about the Russians and their backgrounds and how that plays off in a fight against Americans who come from their backgrounds. And Rios coming from Kansas and being a kid that, who would have imagined that he had gone to a sports psychologist before this fight? What did he get out of that? Why? Well, this is what interests me. And just Zhou Zhiming and in China, and what an interesting young man he is, and what he's helped to start over there. So it just kind of revs me up to find stories and to hang out with all of the degenerates like me.
Larry, I've always said that you are the last guy that, at least at your level of being an analyst for a particular network, that was gonna be blunt, period, and say that, hey, we showed a bad fight, or this is not what we should be about, or this just was not good. Do you think that because of your background and when you were brought in, that maybe you are the last of the Mohicans in that sense?
I don't know. I mean, HBO was really just starting up, and they got a reputation well earned for doing edgy stuff that the networks didn't do. And my old boss used to say, well, you get me, you create a lot of problems for me, but keep doing it.
And that would be Seth Abraham, who married you for better or for worse. Larry, would you be bored without boxing?
I don't know. I've been involved in the world of sports for a very long time, in boxing for a very long time. And I'd keep watching it and observing it and trying to figure out what was going on. But I have another life, even while I'm doing boxing. I travel, I have family, I have my own friends and crazy things that I like to do and shows I like to watch. So I'm okay with living in Santa Monica and watching the sunset too.
Yeah, but Larry, nothing brings you to Omaha twice a year, okay? Larry, just one question. You're in your early 80s. You still have a passion for this, still have a lot of energy. How much longer do you see yourself doing this?
I have no idea. I will do it for as long as I'm able to do it and somebody is willing to pay me to do it. I am a professional. Just as when I was writing, I did not write for fun, although it was fun to write. I wrote to get paid. And this is what I do, and for good or ill, and it's worked out okay.